Right, the new DVD is about metal rhythm techniques, so it's basically just starting from the very beginning with different techniques that a lot of metal bands and metal players use. This kind of DVD is aimed at all sorts of players, people that are just kind of trying to get their rhythmic chops up. Or, you know, I mean, the three performances on the DVD are all set in kind of song-like structures. So, you know, hopefully from that point of view, they might kind of inspire some sort of song structure ideas. You know, maybe they've got riffs of their own and, you know, they can see how I've sort of put together a 2-minute piece or something and might be quite interested by that. So it might spark off a few ideas from that point of view. I think the things that will challenge the audience most is trying to keep it as clean and tight as possible. You know, all these techniques, they're not really mega difficult, you know, but when you kind of string different techniques together, you really need it to flow nicely. In order to do that, you need to kind of practice all these, you know, at a really slow tempo and get really used to it and try and sort of develop, you know, muscle memory with it. The techniques I think that the viewer will gain from this DVD will be to just improve their overall timekeeping, even if they're playing on their own or in a band. Also to develop some sort of new techniques that maybe they thought listening to their favourite metal bands, and they're probably wondering, how are they doing that? How are they playing so fast? You know, because maybe, you know, if watchers have had friends showing them stuff, they might only show them the odd technique here and there, you know, like trying to do all downstrokes or all upstrokes, or, you know, I've seen some weird techniques in the past. So, you know, people might not think to kind of string down, up sort of techniques together in order to get more speed out of the riffs and stuff. And also to just kind of improve players' tightness, because I think, you know, metal, especially, well, I mean other styles as well, but metal requires a really tight rhythm section in order for all the chaos to be heard at a live venue, so. I think this DVD is going to be really useful. You know, it's not really going too over the top with like loads of different things you can do, because rhythm essentially is very expressive. You know, I've really tried to sort of cover different avenues with this DVD, you know, with the kind of, you know, grooving, also doing kind of like more upbeat metal, and also taking a look at how you would play more metal sounding guitar in, say, like a ballad or something, which is what the beginner's track is aimed at. Right, my advice to anybody watching this DVD would just be to kind of, you know, use these kind of techniques as much as possible. You know, whenever you learn kind of new techniques, you know, I tend to find in the past that if I've learned anything and I don't use it, I tend to kind of forget it, and then I kind of end up getting stuck in a rut again with different things and not really being able to kind of progress in any way. So I've always made it a conscious effort, soloing or rhythm techniques or anything that I learn new, to kind of maybe just write a little song around it, or, you know, do something just to kind of keep my involvement with that new technique going. And I would say to anybody watching this, you know, take, you know, maybe all of it will help, or maybe some of it will help, or maybe, you know, it will just be there from an inspirational point of view. But anything that they do learn from this DVD, I would recommend to just kind of keep using and keep developing, because, you know, through developing other ideas comes other ideas anyway, so it's definitely worth doing that.